So as I said in my launch trailer for my YouTube comeback last week, I would be doing a pickups video, and this is not so much a pickups video but more as a trades video, because what actually happened for me to accumulate this console with 9 games is that my wife Jessie, she traded a photo shoot, she's a photographer here in the UK, for this setup. So really happy, as it's my favourite console, loved it as a kid, love it as an adult, and since I've sold my collection, this is the first retro console that's come back to me. So without further ado, let's show you what I have got. It is a Super Nintendo, and as you can see guys, there is no discoloration on this machine whatsoever. It's in superb condition, and I just want to say thank you to Andy from Lee's Games for helping me to get the cable, not the RF cable, the AV cable. Thank you very much, and check Lee's Games out on Facebook, the link's in the description. Thanks Andy. So yeah, the console with 9 games, all unboxed, cracking titles. So the first one we've got guys is a classic, is Street Fighter 2. A belter on the arcade, a belter on the consoles, and this is something that's carried right through to current gen consoles on 3DS, PlayStation 4, loads and loads of fun on this. Sometimes I think it's kind of lost focus a little bit by introducing far too many characters, so that's why I like to dip back into this retro Street Fighter 2, because it's basic, it's in its most raw and pure form. Second game, another fighting game, is Killer Instinct, which I love. For me this is more reminiscent of the speed of playing Mortal Kombat. Played this week, Street Fighter 2, and then this straight after. This was so much faster, so don't know, for that reason maybe I'm more of a Killer Instinct girl than a Street Fighter girl, but cracking title, love Orchid characters, the character of Orchid by the way. Another fighting game, didn't play this so much back in the day, but that is Clay Fighter. From what I'm led to believe, this game is quite rare, so again it's just nice to have it in the collection, as you don't come across it much in retro shops, car boots, etc. A game I've not played now, I really want people's opinion on this game. The game is Magic Sword, as I've never played it, so I don't really know what to expect, but again I'm led to believe it's quite rare, so any comments, you know, let me know what you think, or jump over to Facebook, the link's in the description, and talk to me. What is it like? You know, what did you get from it? Okay, so the next game guys is Mario Kart, one of my most treasured SNES titles. Now again, this is, as you know, the first Mario Kart game ever, and another game like Street Fighter that's carried right through into current gen, about to be released on the Wii U, I believe, on the 28th of May, but we're not talking about that, we're talking about this. Great game for me, lots of nice fresh colours, 8 characters to choose from, really kind of, you know, basic, raw and pure in its format. I believe one of the, you know, a game that utilises the Super Nintendo's Mode 7 abilities, which is kind of that rotating, pixelated, almost 3D look that we often see. But yeah, top title, so I was really happy to get that. Now this, you know, I'm a big RPG fan, particularly Bethesda's release RPGs, Fallout, Skyrim, Oblivions, etc. But back in the day we weren't blessed with that. What we had to kind of, you know, put up with instead is Zelda. I fucking love this game more than anything. It is fucking mind-blowing. So again, my friend sent me a picture of this and I was like, yeah, got that. Oh my god, we've got Zelda. So if anybody has a map or box that kind of go in spare, then, you know, think of me, Gemma, as I'm going to be after one. Next game guys is Star Wing, a classic for the SNES collection, one of the first games to utilise the Super Nintendo Super FX chip to give it more of that kind of 3D capacity as we're playing. Not really much to kind of say about it really, other than I had tons of fun on this. I remember back in the day going to compete in a competition at Blockbuster, and the games of choice were Star Wing, or Donkey Kong, I believe. I played Donkey Kong, but nonetheless, you know, it just kind of makes me smile because it reminds me of that time. And finally, guys, kind of more a PC classic game really, and that is Doom. So, not a huge fan of the console version or Super Nintendo version of Doom, but certainly a game that I played a lot on the PC back in the early 90s. There'd be a bunch of us kids go up to the local computer store, which was called Gordon Harwood's at the time, and we'd stand in there for hours and hours and hours. And the guys would come over, put the cheats in, we'd get all the weapons, all the key cards, and just, you know, motor on through the levels. So, you know, for me, this is more about kind of, you know, the nostalgia rather than the thirst to actually play it on the SNES. But yeah, I'm, you know, again, super happy. Finally, guys, now this was the kind of, you know, cream on the cake for me. It's an expensive SNES title to buy, and that is Super Metroid. Unboxed in fantastic condition, but another awesome game that Nintendo recently released on the Wii U as well. To accompany that, something I've not seen before is the player's guide, which is in a little bit beat up condition, but there's no rips, no tears. It's just, it almost looks like it's never been used. It's kind of accumulated quite a lot of dust, but yeah, it's, you know, it's really nice to kind of have. And like I say, you know, not seen it before, so in terms of its rarity, I mean, I would say it's rare because I've not seen it, but I don't know if any of you guys have got it. So if you have, let me know. And what is it worth? I mean, I'm not selling it, but you know, what is something like this worth? If the game, I believe, unboxed in this country is going for about £30. So who knows? But anyway, that's kind of it really, guys. That's it for this load of pickups. But we are entering quite a significant week for gaming, and there's a huge title, PlayStation 4 title, that comes out on Friday. No need to mention what it is because I'm getting it on Saturday, so it will be included in a pickups video, current gen, over the weekend. So I just want to say, obviously I mentioned it a couple of times in the video, but in the link there's a description to my Facebook page. Also check out Lee's Games in MORECAMBE, top shop to go and kind of trading games, buy games, DVDs, Blu-rays, retro, current gen. Also run by gamers, so they really know what they're talking about. So check them out. Any comments, any questions, let me know through Facebook or YouTube. Cheers, guys.